Good evening. My name is Elaine Jensen. I live at 68 Lee Street. I grew up in this town, and it was a nice town to grow up in. I raised my kids here, and I also see some people sitting on the council that also grew up with my kids. However, as I sit back and I watch everything that's around us, this town is turning into, excuse my expression, but just nothing but a dump. I mean, like she said, the grass is growing on houses. There are empty buildings. The center is absolutely deteriorating. What stores can you go to? Do you bring your families here? Absolutely not. We have a terrible reputation. We are called Waste Haven. And nobody wants to come here. When you say you live in West Haven, they laugh at you. Ah, you live in that town. No, I wouldn't live there. And you're not doing it. However, you are doing things such as, we're bringing in a tar plant. I mean, you're going to have a refinery is sitting in place. You have people that live in these areas. Don't you consider the fact of what they're going to be breathing and what it's going to look like? I work right on the other side of the river. And yes, like Timothy said, you can smell the little one, the little place that's over on the other side. Could you imagine having this whole big wasteland? What about the birds? What about the land? What about, most important, of course, is the people? You decide that you want to build this, a high school. Well, that high school, let's face it, it's just a building with a bunch of rooms in it. It has nothing to bring your kids in. Nothing for them to get excited in the morning and say, hey, I'm going to learn how to cook today, or I'm going to go and I'm going to take an engine apart. All of you gentlemen here, you all went to West Haven High. Did you not take some sort of a shop, an auto shop, and be very proud of it? You change your wife's oil in your car, didn't you? Do the tires. Well, where did you learn it from? Maybe you did learn it in shop at the high school. But having a school with a classroom where they sit and they stare at the wall and put a piece of paper in front of them, go ahead, do a test. My goodness, what are you doing to these kids? Not all of them are college bound. And if UNH comes into the city, which they have, they're taking over, and so is Yale. It's like both sides of them are kind of coming in, and we're in the middle of it. We pay the taxes to when they steal our properties. They condemn the homes.
Excuse me. Have to put a new tape in, please. Sorry.
Just when I'm getting going.
Right. The opportunity to repeat your point. Hold the thought.
Hold the
Right.
thought.
Continue. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. UNH and Yale. They're coming in from both sides of the city. One is down by the shore, and the other one is over here in Allentown. They condemn the properties, and they come in, especially UNH. And then they just say, okay, we're, you know, it's what they call eminent domain. Let's just mow them down and take over more. Well, where is the taxes coming from? Who is flipping the bill for this? We are. And what do we get out of this? Nothing. Nothing. They don't add to the city. They're not bringing anything in. What do they bring to the table? They bring their college students in. And maybe the college students are hanging out in their little area. But what is the college themselves doing for us? Are they supposed to be adding to our education? Well, I don't see it. Not if the city is broke. What happens to the stores? Look at the center. What about the little shops? How about something for these kids to come into to eat nice, safe? You took the police station and you moved it out, you put it on almost on the other side of town, and now the center looks like what? Who did it and ran? And there's no stores. A lot of shops are closed up, right? I mean, where do you go to eat? There's nothing here. We have a beautiful beach line. Do we use it? People come here for free to walk our beaches. What's on with that? Why isn't there a parking lot? I mean, yeah, you can have a guard sit out there, but do they pay? They got the meters sitting out in front. Does anybody really use them? No. What's there for the beach to bring the people into the city? Nothing. They use our beach, they make a mess out of it, and then they leave it alone. The kids enjoy it more than anybody, and they're not even our kids. Walk the center streets at night. You wouldn't want to. I live in the center. Kids are hanging on the corner. You should see the drug raids that they just made on the other corner where I live. This is ridiculous. The little pot bags are all over the ground. We need to clean the city up. We need to start somewhere. And you're not doing it. You are a puppet to the city. You are voted in by the people. We, the people, we pay taxes, we have a voice, but we're talking to deaf ears, because you're doing it, you're not doing it for us, you're doing it for your political gain, and you're doing it to please the mayor and all the other people that work for him. And you can't do it for UNH. They came into our city, it's not theirs, but you're handing it over to them on a silver platter. You should think about it, it's not fair. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for your input. Anyone else like to address the